back to another episode with Zillennialtalkspod. This is Kyla.
And Teresa.
Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have not watched our first, second, third, and fourth episode, be sure to do so on YouTube. We're also on Twitter. We're also on Instagram. We're also on
All the sound platforms.
All the sound platforms and TikTok as well. Today, we're so glad to be back with you all. I know you guys missed us. We took a week off, but we're back and we're better. And we're here for episode 5.
Here we go.
I hope all you guys are doing great. Thank you so much for your support. I said
It's okay.
It's okay. I'm so
Support.
good. Support. Thank you so much for your support, sharing our podcast. We appreciate you all so much. And let's get into the video. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good.
I'm doing really good. I was sick this week, guys. That's part of it.
I was sick the week prior.
Right. So it's like interchangeably
something's
sick.
going on in the atmosphere. But we're not claiming that though.
I
But
know.
it's just something's going on.
So now I'm better. And I think it was just allergy, guys. Like, I feel like Texas is bipolar. Y'all know that.
Yes.
And now it's a nice summer day outside. But you never know. By the end of the evening, it can be raining, thunderstorms.
No, seriously.
Wind.
Seriously. They'll tell you, like, oh, yeah, it's going to be raining throughout the week. And you only get rain for, like, 10 minutes.
Exactly.
One day out of the week.
Right.
So you just never know. And all this pollen in the air as well. It's terrible.
Like,
you can
the allergies are really
it.
bad this season.
You see it on your car.
Girl, it got me messed up.
Girl.
Claritin every day. Claritin every day. I can't do Benadryl no more.
I don't even. The crazy thing is,
You never take medicine?
No,
That's
I
really
go
good.
the natural route. Like I'll just go through it unless like the pain is like really severe. I may take something, but for the most part, I just allow that just to.
And typically I am that way too. It was just this week was bad.
I believe
was
you.
Like, girl.
I believe you. Yeah, it started with, in here
Mucus.
Swollen and just itchy, and then it went from like me having headaches and then body aches.
Oh.
Yeah.
Girl, you had body aches.
Girl, I had body aches.
Is that allergies?
Girl, it started with look at this point I don't know what it was, but it was something, and I just was like, I mean, I'm already healed. I said, Lord, I'm already healed from this, so I'm not worried about it. But it only lasted like maybe 3 days, 3-4 days, so it wasn't as severe. But when you get those body aches, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And no, it was not what y'all think it was.
Yeah, the vid.
It wasn't that. I promise. It was
I'm
not
glad
that.
we can laugh about that now because 2023, guys, we've conquered.
You know, it's funny as people. I feel like a lot of us laugh through like experience that at the time are not
very
good
traumatic.
And very traumatic, but later on you can laugh about it, and that's the beauty of life.
I think it's a coping mechanism, and I think we've talked about this specifically. I feel like Black people do it a lot. Yes,
I think that we can go through something very traumatic, and we're gonna laugh our way through it.
Very much so.
Like you said, it's a coping mechanism, and it gets us through.
Take care of yourselves, okay, guys? Just drink the honey and the lemon and the teas.
The water.
Stay hydrated.
Cut out the soda.
All that.
The sugar, added sugar.
All that. Try to.
Try. I mean, it's hard. I'm actually currently, guys, on no meat, no dairy, and no gluten.
Wow.
And it's been almost 2 months where I haven't ate meat.
Yeah.
But as far as like the gluten and the dairy, you'll be surprised.
Right.
It's so hard not to find things
without
dairy and gluten. And sometimes you be feeling like I'm hungry.
Right. And you want
But it's like, what you gonna eat? And our bodies are so adjusted to eating these things. And
what are the benefits of cutting out? I feel like I know, but dairy and gluten.
There's so many benefits. I mean, far as like your attention span, if you have like high pigmentation like on your body, it helps with that. It helps to reduce inflammation in the body. It just really kind of like resets. It resets you, because a lot of the things in the food, we wonder why we have like all these issues from like acne, from cramps and bloating. It comes from all these added sugars, gluten, soy, dairy, and sometimes meat. But hey, I'm not trying to get everybody on this, but it's just something that I wanted to start doing. And I mean, so far, it's not as bad, but as far as like creating meals to eat, sometimes it's a little harder. Because it's like fruit and vegetables technically is just like what you eat, but not really. But some of the foods are also just not good either. When you used to have love me a good chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A or a good fried chicken, but when you're not eating that, it's kind of harder to eat all the other options, or the healthier options per se, because they don't taste good all the time.
Yeah. I think that people that are like, well, I wouldn't say vegan is the same thing, but people that like have cut out meat from their diet and stuff, they say seasoning is like the most important thing in all your food. Like, you got to make sure your seasoning is on point.
Yes,
because you're missing the meat.
Yes. It's like some of it, like they have like chickenless and beefless and all this less options, but it has like a very like soft, gooey, rubbery taste sometimes, which I feel like honestly is not a healthier alternative, especially like if it contains soy. Like a lot of things contain soy and it's vegan, but it's not healthier. I feel like it's a little bit far more worse than what you
do your research at the bottom of the day.
Yes,
because I feel like something like that would be good for me, like on my menstrual cycle.
Yes,
specifically. And
honestly, I can say with me not having meat for 2 months and being on my menstrual cramps,
wow.
Listen, like I can move around, and I've never been the type to have like very severe cramps. Like I know some people have to be hospitalized for their cramps and things like that, but I just don't like to feel the pain at all. But when I tell you, like, changing your diet, it definitely helps with that for sure. Yeah, for sure.
That's fire. And that kind of, I mean, it doesn't go into our topic today, but we won't get into our topic.
Yeah, we just, we're just gradually getting in, chopping it up, because we haven't seen each other for like 2 weeks. So
it seems like a long time for us.
Yeah, because we see each other like every week.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, it does go into our topic. Well, kinda.
Yeah,
we're talking about
the nutrition part of it.
And how it can sometimes affect
I think your outlook on like what you put into your body, and then it affects like how you view yourself.
Yes. So our topic today is insecurities. The insecurities that we go through. We can only speak about women because we're women, but I think that a lot of us as women, we typically go through these phases in life where we are insecure about something on our bodies, and like she said, if you don't feel good, typically you don't feel good about yourself. You don't think you look good. But if you feel good, then you do good and you look good and you're more confident in yourself. So yeah, I think as far as like me changing also my nutrition, I wanted to feel better on the inside, because typically when I was eating those foods that were just causing me to be bloated and acne, it made me feel insecure. Like, someone who, out there who does have those
problems with
acne, it can cause you to feel insecure and cause you to feel like people are just looking exactly like at all the acne you have on your face. And so me, like, I can say for a very long time I didn't have acne, but starting COVID is when my skin, like, somehow, I don't know, I start getting all the cystic acne, the blackheads, everything. And I'm telling you, it was at the same time I was good thing we were locked in, because I didn't have to be outside, and I had the mask and I was covering, but I also think that was also
contributing to it. The irritation from the mask. A lot of people are allergic to them.
Yep, exactly. So because they have, I forgot what it was they put in masks, but they put something in there that caused us to
get irritated all the way, right? Yeah,
absolutely. So that's kind of also the reason why, because I want to heal myself naturally from the inside, and it would show on the out. So yeah.
I think with girl, we're gonna have to. I think we need to, I guess, tell my journey with nutrition, because it's a lot.
It is.
But if we're talking about food specifically, I did not become aware of nutrition probably until college. I would say, because then I started really like cooking for myself, because I lived at home still, like, and I moved back to my parents' house after I graduated from college too. So my mom, bless her, she took care of all that.
Right, you didn't have to worry.
And then when I was in school, like, I just didn't care. Like, I was an athlete, and I've said this before, so like my mindset wasn't like, oh, let me watch what I'm eating. Not at all. I'm eating everything.
Yeah. No, I feel that.
And anything that's in front of me, I was 90 pounds. Like, I was
Mm-hmm.
small.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, everything I'm consuming.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but it was college, right? So, college is when it's like, okay, I'm responsible for.
No, I was saying like the.
Oh, the volume.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, I get really.
If I go like this, you know.
So, college is when I got responsible for, like, you know, feeding myself for real and, like, you know, cooking for myself and things like that. And that's when I was like, okay, I need to make this for my breakfast and try to eat breakfast. My biggest thing is I never used to eat breakfast.
Right.
And that can get y'all messed up. I'm just letting you know.
But you know, typically a lot of people wake up and they don't even.
They're not hungry.
Yeah. Because like your body goes through this phase where it's just digesting when you're sleeping. It's going through like, what is it called, Lord? I'm all over the place.
A phase. Yeah.
It's going through a phase, and then when you wake up, usually typically you're not hungry. They call it breakfast because they say it's like you're breaking a fast. So yeah. But I most times don't wake up and I'm hungry and eat breakfast. Like,
you're an early bird too, guys. If y'all didn't know, she wakes up early.
Yeah, 4:30, sometimes 5. Like real early. I have to. I feel like that's the most. That's like when the world is quiet. You can get a lot of things done. You don't have to worry about too much. And I just like that because, yeah, I'm not a night owl.
That's good.
I can go to sleep at 8:30
and be good.
I
think that's a very great adult, thing to do. I'm not even gonna hold y'all.
It's okay. It takes time. Everyone's different. Yeah.
But yeah, so the breakfast thing, for me personally, I felt like, I probably should start eating breakfast because my whole thing is like when I go throughout the day, I didn't eat breakfast. I would eat like a late lunch and then a late dinner. And those things can cause, depending on what your body goals are, that to store in your stomach and things to not digest properly if you're not having a cutoff time for your dinner and, that whole thing. But my body image really, like, we've talked about this throughout the course of all of our episodes, was affected by the girls that I went to school with, the social media like we've talked about. And so since I was always on the smaller side naturally, I've always tried to gain weight. Like, that was always my goal. I need to eat more. I need to gain weight. I need to be thicker. That was always my goal. So paired with going to the gym and everything, that was kind of like the body image that I was kind of like, I wouldn't say it was insecurity. For sure, I felt like I was too thin. So that was a personal insecurity that I went through. And I remember senior year is when I gained some weight and I was happy. But you have to remember, like, you want to make sure you're doing things the healthy way.
Exactly. And you want to also make sure you appreciate each step you're taking, because I feel like sometimes, like, if we have this goal, like, oh, I want to gain weight, right? You gain the weight and you still find something about yourself you don't like.
That part.
So it's like, even in the phase that you feel like you were too small, too thin, there's still something about yourself that you have to look at and be like, I'm beautiful. You know what I mean? And it's hard because, again, we have all these things. We talk about social media a lot, but we have so much things in our faces that is reminding us that if you look like this, you're not pretty enough. You're not good enough. And so I even have to teach myself that, like, even if there's something that I find about myself that I don't like whether it's my acne, I still have to love my acne, because when it comes to a time where I ain't got none, I still gotta love that. You know what I mean? Because, again, like I said, sometimes we just find, it's like every door that closes, and the new door opens, we still find something about the new door that is like,
no, she's not wrong. It's a rabbit hole effect. What it is, it's like you fix something else, then you find something else to be fixated on. It happens. So me personally, I attend the gym regularly, and I know that this is an issue that a lot of people that go to the gym have, even outside the gym. I've always actually had this ever since I was maybe like 14, 15. I've talked about this before, but I've always had body dysmorphia, meaning that I can look at myself and see something and be like, but other people can be like, oh, you look amazing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, literally.
Well, you do.
Thank you.
Trust me, you do.
But
y'all go follow her and look at her workout journey, her gym journey, because she's really doing it.
Thank you.
You started you started taking it serious
last year.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
2 years ago. I'm not gonna lie, I went on your page and I scrolled all the way down and looked at it. I was like 2021, and I was like, okay, let me see. And I went up and I was like, man, look at that back muscle.
Yeah, it's a process.
Everything is coming through.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. And I do what Kay is saying. I do take the time to appreciate myself in every phase, because if you don't, you'll go crazy.
Yeah.
But body dysmorphia is real. Like, basically, for those of you guys that don't know what body dysmorphia means, it's like your mind distorts your image of your body. So you can look at yourself in the mirror, like present time, and not like what you see. But then I'll look back at myself in pictures and be like, I was tripping in that moment. I hated what I was seeing.
And you know what's crazy? I think I sent you a video that kind of like gave us this topic when Tabitha Brown and Chance Brown were talking about like the insecurities they had, and she said that her friend sent her a picture when she was on the beach, and she was like, man, I look good.
Exactly.
And she was like, but she could remember at that time in her life, she didn't like what she didn't like her body. She didn't like what she looked like.
That's body dysmorphia. Yeah.
Now, the age she's at, she looked back.
She's like,
I looked really good. Yeah, so I think
it happens to the most of us. And her husband spoke about how he was struggling to gain weight as well. So people have a different spectrum of like what they consider insecurity that can carry you over. You know, acne for me was also insecurity, but a little bit back in the day. Less was more for me. I tried to put too much products on my face at one point in time. Did not work out for me. My skin does not like it. It's very sensitive. I found a very, very basic routine.
I remember you sent me your routine like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
I remember that. Though I didn't try it. I do remember, because I remember I was telling you how I felt around that time. And I was like, can you send me your skin routine? Because her skin is flawless, literally, okay?
Thank you.
And she sent it to me, but I was like, I don't think I'm going to use none of the products. And I didn't. But, hey, just being honest here, okay?
No, it's so funny because I felt that was like, she never followed back up with me, so I'm like, she didn't use it.
I didn't. I really did not. And it wasn't like I wasn't trying to. I was, like I said, I was always, I feel like when I start taking things more serious, it's kind of like when I start doing more research. Kind of TikTok is like helpful too when it comes to these things as well. And I kind of educated myself, so I wanted to go more of like the holistic way of like healing myself, and that's the way that I'm still taking. And I mean, like far as like products, I use Ayana Infusions. She is she makes handmade products, skincare products, and I love her products. I can honestly say her products have helped. Same thing, less is more. Honestly, like I feel like sometimes people will make you feel like you need to use this on your face for your face. No, people back in the day didn't even have all this stuff. Literally.
Get you a good face scrub. Get you a good moisturizer, a toner if you need to. If you wear makeup, you don't need a toner. Those are the three basic things.
Pretty much. Yeah. And what did you say? You said face scrub,
moisturizer, toner.
That's really it. I use, and that's technically what I use, and I put like rose water on my face. And that's literally it. You don't need all that extra stuff. It's honestly just damaging your skin cells. So do your research, try things, but don't try too much, okay? You know, do what works for you at the end of the day.
Yeah, literally. So we guys, we're gonna have 2 parts of this episode. There's a question that I literally just popped into my mind, but I'm like, I should save that for part 2 because I feel like it's gonna spur some stuff.
Awesome. Well, let's just end it here.
Yeah, we can end this part.
End it here. But thank you so much for tuning in to our podcast. We're so grateful to have you. Be sure to check out part 2, and we will see you there. Bye.